Hey, what is up, traders? This is Gluzman here with 7 Points Capital, bringing to you today's trade takeaways. So today is a midday market recap. I wrapped up the morning session, waiting for the Fed announcement at 2 o'clock. And I just want to talk about some of the large caps I traded today. I did trade a couple of small caps, ADIL, Riot, LITB, ADRO, all of them on the short side. But I'm trying out a new strategy. It's a pretty well-known strategy, but I've never really exploited it. I was trading some relative strength on the earnings reporters. So we had a few of them. The ones that I traded were GIS and FDX. Those are the two setups that presented themselves. So basically, I was looking at relative strength, relative weakness. So here we have SPY here trending down pre-market, while GIS is trending up pre-market. We can also see GIS on the daily chart popped up after being really oversold. So we have some shorts involved that are going to be covering. So the idea was this is stronger than SPY, so if SPY stalls out, GIS should really pop. And if SPY starts to go up, GIS should really rip. So I got a little bit long here, somewhere right here, right before the bell, risking 38. I thought we were gonna break out, and I wanted to add. I actually never added because I had like 6 open positions, but SPY started to rip and GIS started to really take off, and I took the whole thing off. Bits and pieces above 40, almost everything, and then on the way down the rest. Because SPY was holding up and GIS was dropping. So now GIS is relatively weaker. So now I'm looking for a short entry. So I sold on this candle and I actually got short as well. We bounced a little bit and we started to kind of hold. So that's where I added and started to go sideways. I was hoping we would break down, but that never happened. So SPY started to flag, started to go sideways. GIS was also going sideways. So now I don't have an edge in the relative weakness. With the relative weakness idea, I don't have an edge because they're both going sideways. So I started to cover a little bit, and then once we started to pop, the relative strength was exactly the same as with SPY, so no edge, so I just covered the rest. And as you can see, we started to chop, so that was a good exit. Let me pull up the executions, GIS. So as you can see, got long. The plan was to add at the open on the break of pre-market high. I never added. I should have been adding, but sold here. Took off a little bit more and then started getting short, started adding, and this is where SPY started to go sideways and then even popping up a little bit, so I just took it off and we started to grind. So that was the first trade, and then the second one was on the short side, FDX. So this one was relatively weak compared to SPY. So the first candle, let's see. So this one was dropping faster than SPY, and we also have a huge gap down. So I was betting on continuation. We broke through yesterday's support, and we're trending down. So I was thinking, if we're weaker than SPY, then I definitely want to short it. So I got in on this candle right here. Because SPY was kind of going sideways here a little bit, and this thing just made a new low. So I got in on this candle short with a tight stop above this candle right here. So I actually got stopped out on this shakeout right here, but when I saw that SPY is ripping up and FDX is wedging, that's where I got back in. So I got stopped out for a pretty small loss, like a half an hour, and then got back in here and then started adding on the break, because we're downtrending while SPY is uptrending. So if SPY my theory was if SPY stalled out, we went pretty much parabolic here. So if SPY stalled out here and started to drop, I thought I'm going to add even more for the big break. As you can see right now, there's really no edge because SPY is actually breaking down a little bit, and then FDX is going sideways, testing the base. Probably going to drop lower, but I don't want to be involved in midday grind. So let me pull up these executions. FDX. I'm not sure what's up with this candle, with this arrow. I think it should be somewhere here. So as you can see, I got shaken out of the first one, and then once FDX was showing relative weakness, I was shorting, adding the breakdown, adding the pop, and then I started covering some when I noticed that the edge has gone away, so just covered it up. So I made back the loss and then some. So not a very big trade. I also traded pretty small shares on these setups because it's the first day I'm really concentrating on this setup. So worked out. So 3 out of 3. So I really like it, and I'm probably going to size up a little bit bigger. And that is it. These are the takeaways. So if you guys have any questions, you can tweet at me at @ChicanaTrader. This is Stan Gluzman. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.